Tony Stark probably eats his vegetables every day of his life. How we do things and why we do things is so much more important than what we do. Let's break that down. If that's true, then we have to choose how we're going to live and why we're going to live, what we're going to live for. When it comes to mind for me, just to kind of have some fun with it, let's talk about the Avengers, right? Let's talk about any superhero. When you're watching a movie, you're not worried about the good guys winning. You're not worried about what the outcome's going to be. You know, there might be suspense in there, of course. It's a movie, of course. But when I'm watching the Avengers, I'm like, you know what? They got this. They can do this. When I think about the Avengers, I think, okay, I don't think specifically what they do is important. Everyone's got a key role, right? Everyone kind of does their thing. What I want to stress about this are living your life based on the values. What are some of the values you see in Ironman? What are some of the values you see in Captain America, in the Hulk, in whoever Scarlett Johansson's character is? I'm not an Avengers expert, won't claim to be, but that's the point I'm trying to make. What are some of the values of those people? Now, you notice when the chips are down and when they're out, all I can picture is Avengers Endgame, and where, spoiler alert coming up, so if you haven't seen it, which everybody should have by now, and if you haven't seen it by now, you're probably not going to see it. So anyways, Captain America is standing there, and then Doctor Strange and all the peeps start coming through the portal because they got their back. It's huge. Those are some of the values you see people living by. What would that look like in your life if you had the same values? Or what do you value? What do you find important? And then based on those values, you can start to pick where you can serve best in the world. You're so unique. Each and every one of us are so unique. Certain people have gifts that support me and I need, and I have certain things that I can add to other people. We all have so much to give. There's no way that any of us should be going without. So that's my basic principle, right? You think of all these Avengers, and listen, it's a bit of a fantasy. It's a bit of a gold standard that couldn't be achieved. I don't know in my lifetime if I'll ever have a flying suit. I don't know if I'll ever be able to smash a car like the Hulk does. Not one of my personal ambitions, but I can still live a full life, right? What does it look like practically? I'd be willing to bet this. Tony Stark probably eats his vegetables every day of his life. He probably goes to the gym every day of his life. He probably works out. He takes good care of himself. He probably spends time in the relationships that are important to him. Guys, it's the basics. It's not trying to lift a car over your head and you save a bus full of people that are about to fall off. It's not like that. It's a metaphor for the struggles that we're all going through. Someone is in time of need. You're going to go and buy them a hamburger. Or you have a friend who's really been pissing you off recently. You know what? Let's bury the hatchet. Or just try and talk it out with them. Whatever it is, these little things add up over time. What are your values? Who are you committed to being? Write it down. Take a look at it. I promise you. And just brainstorm a little bit. Look at some of the characters and figures that are out there for you that inspire you. For me, let's talk about the Avengers. Let's talk about pro athletes. Let's talk about movie stars. We tend to over-exaggerate a little bit, but you know what? I admire Will Smith's charisma. I admire Tiger Woods' discipline. I admire The Rock's grit and determination. Those are things that I value. What is it for you?